When it comes to delivering presentations, I always advise speakers to maximize the use of visuals. I'm referring to images, charts, graphs, and so on. They are very, very impactful and useful in sending messages to your audience. No wonder Frederick Bernard puts it that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So showing you a 60% growth of a particular product using a graph or a chart or an image is much more impactful than talking to you about that increase for hours or even showing you the real data. In this video, I'll share with you 3 more tips to spice up your next presentation so that you can appear much more comfortable and confident to your audience. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Rashid and welcome back to Epic Mentorship. If you are new here, consider liking and subscribing to our channel to keep enjoying related useful videos from us. So why don't we jump over to my PC to learn about these 3 tips that I have for us today. Alright guys, so the first tip that I have for us today is actually how to do screen recording in Microsoft PowerPoint. So to do screen recording, all you need to do is to come over here to insert and come all the way down here and say screen recording. Alright, so once we click on it, we will be able to see about 5 icons here. So the red button signifies record, and this is the stop button, and then we have the select area where we can use it to highlight the key areas where we want to actually snap or record. And then we have this icon to specify the device that we want to use, and then we have the record pointer that we can always use to capture the area also that we want to record. So to get to this, there are shortcuts. As you hover over them, you can see the shortcuts written over them. Okay, so once you want to kickstart recording, you can hit on select area. Okay, once you click on select area, I will, for example, want to record the whole of my screen. And once I select the area I want to record, then I hit the record button. Okay, so this is the timer, and I can decide to show something that has to do with this simple PowerPoint. Maybe I move from one slide to another, from one slide to another, and it's been recording the screen directly. All right, so once I'm done, all I need to do to stop the recording is to come over to this point. Okay, to hover over to the top here, and you'll see the icons coming back again. So you can either pause or you can stop. For example, at this stage I want to pause, and then my recording is done. Okay, so you can see the video already inserted into the slide that I have. All right, so you can actually play the video directly, or you may decide to maybe export it. Okay, so you can save media as, okay, you can save it as a media file, and then later on you can play it as a video in the in any kind of platform that you want. Okay, you can save it as a video and play it later, or you can have it to remain as part of your PowerPoint. So screen recording is actually a very handy feature that speakers or presenters can always use to record their sessions or record part of their sessions and then later on play it while they are delivering the presentation or they are about. This is a very handy tool. The next tip that I have for us is actually how to bring in a countdown timer within Microsoft PowerPoint. This is extremely handy and useful, and you can use it to impress your audience, especially when you are going for break and you put in a countdown timer to time all of them so that they can come back, but they keep track of time, and then they can come back at the right time stipulated in the screen while you are on break or while you are observing something or eating, or you give them an assignment. You can usually use the countdown timer to actually keep track of what is happening. So it's a very impressive feature. To get this function into your computer, all you need to do is to come over to insert and then get over to get add-ins. Okay, move straight to get add-ins because I'm adding that is recently added to Microsoft PowerPoint that you can easily bring in and use. Okay, so you click on add-in and then you can come here and put timer and search. Okay, so the one I usually, there are different types, but the one I usually prefer is this break time. Okay, so you can easily click, and then these are license time on privacy policy. Once you agree, you can say continue, and then you have it inserted. Okay, so this is a plain timer. The default time is usually 10 minutes. You have the option to reduce it based on the number of minutes or hours that you want the break to be. Right? For example, you want them to spend 5 minutes on break or what type of break. So you can come here to your right. You can see a given time or what kind of break are you referring to. Okay, so maybe we say a tea break. Okay, so you can see the background. Okay, you can give a tea break. So now automatically you are on tea break and it's going to last for 5 minutes. So down to your left here, you can have the option to start the timer or to stop the timer or even to reset it when at any point you want, maybe after the timing or during the timing you manage to finish on time. You can always reset it and come back to the original time. So once you hit on start here, the timer will automatically start and your tea break is on. So this is a very interesting and handy feature that you can use to kind of impress your audience, also to show some degree of professionalism while you are delivering your presentations or while you are on presentation, but you want to go on break before you move to the next session, right? You can stop and you can reset if you want. So the last tip that I have for us is called advanced cropping. Okay, so for the normal contemporary cropping that we used to have, one has to click the image and then navigate over to picture format and then over here to the crop icon. Okay, sorry I didn't introduce Prof. Amar Zaman to you. He is an expert in water resources and environmental engineering, and he is my supervisor when I was doing my PhD. The best man ever that I have ever met, with the golden heart. All right. So you can come over to the custom cropping that we have is you just click on this and you are free to navigate. But the shortcoming here is it has to be rectangular in shape. Okay, it has to be within the box. All right. But then you can do other forms of cropping. For example, you can come over to this drop down menu and you should be able to see other cropping forms. Like you can do an aspect ratio to any shape, whether you are dealing with landscape or portrait, or you can do a square. All right, you can do a square with one on one, and you can further do you crop to shape. Okay, you can crop to any shape. For example, you can choose any shape you like and you crop to it. Maybe let's say you crop to a circle, and you can see how fantastic it is looking. So now this is one object that you can move and it's already cropped within a circle. All right, you can play around and increase or decrease with it. All right, for your information, this image was one of the medals that I won during one of the international exhibitions. I participated in one of my products. All right, guys, thank you so much for being with me up to this point. And I do hope that you have learned something today. If you do, kindly feel free to share with your friends. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to stay connected with this channel for more of our useful videos. And as regards the visuals, try as much as you can to learn them, to apply them to your presentations. Use them to hook your audience. Use them to impress your audience. Use them to create a lasting impression about your presentations. Because your audience may forget what you told them, but they will never forget how you make them feel. So remember to be kind by learning the right tips and tricks. See you in my next video. Bye.